What's up guys, my name's Henry. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So I know I'm the most shredded finance YouTuber with the dopest subscribers and YouTube family, but today we aren't talking muscles, we're talking brains, and her name is Cathie Woods. We will be taking a look at the ARKK fund and going through the top 10 holdings. If you aren't a subscriber, make sure you join the family, like the smash button, and let's get into it. Quick description, what ARKK purpose is for those of you that are new. This fund focuses on innovation because they believe that the key to growth is innovation. They pick stocks that are not only good now, but are estimated to significantly outperform and grow in the medium to long-term future. I agree with this, and that is why I'm analyzing the top 10 holdings so you guys can use this information and make more money. So number one, we have Tesla. So I'm gonna write here, TSLA, that is the ticker symbol. It accounts for 9.91% of the ARKK's holdings, and Tesla recently crossed $2,000 per share and is going to have a stock split this month. Cathie Woods has Tesla as her top position for 3 out of the 5 of the active ETFs. She was an early investor and was completely right about the stock. Now, I've mentioned Tesla many times on this channel since it was $500 per share and I had less than 500 subscribers. And all the way posting my buys on my Patreon at $1,400 and $1,500 per share when everyone was saying it was way too high, I was still right on the money. Tesla's PE ratio is over 1,000 and is now worth more than Walmart. But Cathie believes in this stock as I do because her vision is $4,000 per share on a base case when they eventually have robo-taxis. I could talk about Tesla for a very long time, so we are going to keep moving because we have 10 stocks to cover in this video. Number 2, we have NVTA. So NVTA actually accounts for 7.44% of the ARKK's fund. It's an industrial stock, and from first glance, it is a mid-cap stock, and it just has a market cap value of $3 billion. The PE is 22, which is lower than the S&P 500, and Uncle Henry likes that. And the dividend is a juicy 3.66%. That's pretty much all I can say because, to be honest, I'm a tech stock, consumer stock, and finance expert, but I don't know a whole lot about industrials, so I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on NVTA. I'll just say that it's a mid-cap stock with a pretty good PE ratio. I don't fully get the position because when I looked at the forward PE, which for you guys means how much the stock is in terms of price to next year's estimated earnings, and it was a low 13. Seems this is a value stock more than a growth stock. I took a look at the payout ratio for the dividend and it pays out nearly 80% of its earnings in dividends. So I'm putting a bit of a question mark on this one. And to be honest, I'm going to make more videos on Cathie's best stocks, but I'll place some trust in Cathie Woods because I know that she looks out into the future. She usually projects a few quarters into the future, if not years, 3 to 5 years. To be honest, I had a good idea. I'm going to make more videos on Cathie Woods' best stocks and actually make my own mock portfolio with all the ARK ETFs and pick out which ones are my favorite and track that maybe in something like Robinhood, although I already have an account, but track that with a $10,000 portfolio so I can share my returns and actively manage it on YouTube and probably Patreon as a project and see if you guys would like that. Let me know. I might do that with $10,000. Number 3, I love this stock. It is Square. It is very easy. SQ, big Q. The momentum is so strong in the stock and it has way more than doubled year to date. There is a lot of good things going on for Square, such as the CEO, Jack Dorsey, and the massive spike in Bitcoin revenue they have mentioned. I mentioned before that Square is my way of exposing myself to Bitcoin revenue because, as I mentioned, I'm not really a fan of Bitcoin exposure because I don't like owning actual Bitcoin due to the lack of cash flow. I can't value Bitcoin because it has no earnings. And trust me, I was told by a lot of people about Bitcoin back when it was $18,000, Henry, you better buy it or else you're missing out. And people were telling me about BitConnect, and honestly, my finance degree taught me if something seems too good to be true, it is. Plus, in business school, we valued stocks, but I had no idea how to put a value on Bitcoin. That's primarily because it has no cash flow, so I can't do a discounted cash flow model. I can't do a relative analysis. And sorry guys for the tangent. I'm guessing some of you found that kind of interesting and the reasoning why I don't like Bitcoin. And some of you are like, Henry, keep it moving or I'm not liking the smash button today. Sheesh. All right, fine. Number 4, we got CRISPR. I hope I spelled that right. CRISPR. Shoot, I don't actually, hold up. Give me 1 second. I don't own CRISPR, so I have to actually check out the ticker symbol real quick. Yo, I was right. See guys, I know what I'm talking about. Goldman Sachs, Wall Street, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to stocks. All right guys, this stock accounts for just over 5% of the ARKK, and it is a big play on gene editing, which focuses on developing transformative gene-based medicines for serious human diseases. And Kathy and her team like this stock because genome sequencing used to cost billions of dollars, billions and billions, and it took forever, just like a computer. And you know, the computers were the size of an entire room at first. But with time, gene sequencing is on an exponential cost curve, which means that it's getting cheaper and cheaper at increasing rates. And just like the computer, they went from being an entire room to being a laptop, and then we can have a little smartphone, and that little smartphone is now more powerful than the entire room computer back in like 1980s. Nowadays, you can not only sequence a genome for like way cheaper, which used to cost billions, but you can actually do it quickly and for a few $100. What that means is many hospitals may be using CRISPR biotechnology during diagnosing and treating things such as cancer, or detecting diseases before they happen. This stock long-term could explode and make a very large, don't know what I'm doing there. I'm just trying to say it could become a very large company because a lot of hospitals will need their services. And you know, across the whole nation in America, the healthcare system is massive. I'm gonna put up right here on the screen how big the healthcare system actually is. Number 5. We have Roku at slightly under, again, 5%. Roku is an interesting stock because they are losing money for many quarters in a row, and they are valued at $18 billion. So something must be going on here with a lot of growth. And I usually go into much more detail when I cover a single stock, but I'm gonna keep it as a general overview about Roku right now because I wanna make sure that I hit all 10 stocks on this list. So I'm gonna give you a little bit more about their business and kind of what my thoughts are for Roku going into the future. Roku makes it easy and affordable to watch your favorite TV. Roku devices act as the home for all your entertainment, so you can streamline your setup, replace your expensive cable equipment, just throw that thing out there and watch what you love, all while saving that money. I think Roku will pick up because everyone is working from home, and who couldn't use a little more entertainment in their life? The innovative part of their business is the pricing and affordability. I think they have a solid platform that many use. And if you go to Walmart, you see that nearly every TV has Roku included, and probably a high percentage of people are subscribing to it. It's millions of people. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but they can also make tons of money from advertising. Streaming is the future, so I think this will go up, and probably the market is definitely big enough, and people are having multiple streaming services such as Netflix and Hulu because just one platform can get boring and people like to be entertained. All right, the next 3 are all 3% range. They're all about 3% of Kathy Wood's portfolio. And real quick, because I'm somewhat new to standing up in my videos, I forgot to put Roku here. So I'm gonna put Roku as number 5. And then the next one on the list is Proto Labs, PRLB. So Proto Labs, what are they? What do they do? Why should you be interested? This company offers injection molding, computer numerical control machines, and 3D printing. They beat Q2 earnings and are up over 30% this year. I know for a fact that Kathy loves 3D printing because she has a whole 3D printing ETF. And 3D printing will disrupt the manufacturing industry. And I think as a population continues to grow and businesses merge and scale operations, this is definitely a smart long-term bet. I like this stock because it is so different and it has a very innovative business model. And I need to quickly correct myself. I'm not sure if the business model is innovative, but 3D printing in itself is revolutionary because you don't need to have so many workers because a 3D kind of printing machines do the work for you. They speed up business operations, they make it more efficient, and oftentimes because they're so scalable, they often save on costs. So there's three things that are moving 3D printing into the future, and it makes more sense to have that than actual workers. The next stock, and I really like this stock, is 2U, ticker symbol TWOU. And basically what these guys do is the company builds, delivers, and supports online graduation programs and certificates for working adults in its 2U operating system. These are mainly for working adults through its 2U operation system, a platform that provides front-end and back-end cloud-based SaaS technology and technology-enabled services to university clients. That was a mouthful. Basically, they help with online classes, which is a booming industry. In fact, I'm going to be buckling down for the next 60 to 90 days and building an options trading course because I think it's gonna help a lot of people with some practical skills on how you can make money. And I was just looking at online education. These universities are charging absurd prices, and they're not even necessarily teaching you the hands-on skills, nor is it an expert that has real experience, such as myself. Like, I've spent 7 years on Wall Street trading options, and I know what I'm talking about. So I just feel like I can offer so much value to the world and really help people learn one of the most valuable skills to having a consistent income online from anywhere in the world. And I'm just really excited for that. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm really working on having the highest quality product, so I'm not rushing. I just want to get the best quality product to my subscribers and to the world. All right, plus, why go to college for a finance degree and spend $300,000 like I did basically and compete with Ivy League people when Uncle Henry can teach you everything for a fraction of the price? It just makes sense to have online education. And first of all, I give away all my stuff on YouTube for free basically. So just online education makes sense, not only for me and for what I'm doing right now, but also for 2U University, and because that's where life is going. Nobody wants to go during these pandemic times to sit in a classroom because first of all, you're not allowed to. And second of all, I think a lot of people are realizing that college is not necessarily worth it. Spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a piece of paper and then go search for a job, which is also hard to find in many situations depending on your degree. You can seriously learn almost anything you want through online, the internet, YouTube, there's edX, there's like Coursera, there's Udemy. There's so many platforms to really get what you need without paying that $300,000 education cost. And that's pretty much what this stock is doing. And I'm gonna move over because I'm kind of really passionate about online education. I think if you are educated and you have the right knowledge, knowledge is truly power. You can do a lot with knowledge. You can earn an income, you can set your life free, you can change the world as long as you have the correct knowledge that will move you forward. And number 8, we have Illumina. The company is in a market enabling the adoption of genomic solutions in research and a clinical setting for applications in the life sciences, oncology, reproductive health, agriculture, and other emerging segments, which I think is super cool and different. And also, the company provides instruments and consumables used in genetic analysis. They also do genome typing and sequencing services. There's a whole lot going on here. This is again playing on the exponential cost curve of the gene editing costs. That's why when a lot of you ask me about ARKG, I say you don't really need it because ARKK has a lot of the genomics exposure, and you don't need an ETF, in my opinion, for ARKG because it literally has 4 of the same stocks. So what's the point? That's why I also didn't make a video on ARKG yet, because I don't hold that in my portfolio and I'm not gonna recommend anything to you guys if I don't believe in it. I'm going to wrap up with Zillow because number 10 is actually Editas Medicine, which is the 4th genomics company that's related to biotechnology and uses CRISPR technology. So number 10, I'm just gonna give you guys a fist bump and I'm gonna put it down right here as edit, but I'm not gonna go over it because it's basically very similar to the 3 healthcare companies that I already talked about. And speaking about edit, I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of editing on this video. All right, you guys ready for Zillow, which is number 9? Oops, I'm just gonna go like that. And I'm gonna do Zillow. Zillow. All right, yeah, I guess I'm excited about Zillow. Zillow operates in the real estate market and has a platform that offers buying, selling, renting, and financing services for residential real estate. I used to dabble in the real estate market, although I never want to own a house myself. I just want to rent for the rest of my life, which kind of sounds crazy. But anyways, that's besides the point. I think Zillow has one of the most useful websites for listing and marketing real estate properties. I'm also pretty sure that they charge their agents every time that you request a showing, because that actually counts as a lead for the agent. They also own plenty of brands such as Trulia, Street Easy, Hot Pads, Naked Apartments, and they also combine buyers with loan officers and have a whole ecosystem within real estate. Other than having competition from Redfin, this is a company that is really just disrupting the old market of real estate and is a new internet-based approach to marketing and selling real estate. And that's probably gonna kill it. Internet is just the way to go nowadays. And that's just gonna kill it. The internet is really crazy for consumers and is an easy, scalable business for companies. All right guys, so the most embarrassing thing happened to me. I ran out of storage on my camera, so the video got cut off. So I'm gonna have to redo this, but I already kind of erased everything. But that's okay, because we're just covering the rest of Zillow in this video. So this company isn't profitable yet, but has some seriously high growth looking at the revenue. Based on analysts, PE, and technicals, this stock is fairly valued, meaning I don't see a lot of upside or downside in the near future. However, everything Cathie Woods owns is a long-term bet. And you know, I kind of believe in what Cathie Woods is talking about because she has a whole research team. So you have to ask yourself, are you a long-term investor? Thanks for making it to the end. Sorry I kind of erased this stuff, but I have a lot more stuff coming for you guys, especially tomorrow. I'm gonna make another ARK video, I think, or a NEO video, because NEO has completely exploded. If you guys wanna see weekly trades and bonus content, you can check out my Patreon page. And also, Webull is ending its offer for 2 free stocks with the second valued at $1,400. You have a free stock when you just sign up and a second free stock when you deposit 100 bucks. So click that link, it's an amazing program. I'll be back with some daily videos the rest of this month so you guys can get stupid rich. All right, that's it guys. You know what the deal is. Be aggressive in learning, but be safe in investing.
No one ever sees me.